That's a pretty good rainbow, hey? You can actually see both ends of it. And it's a double. Gotta love that, eh? Yeah, that's pretty cool. Oh, it looks like the rain's stopping. It's about time. Okay, so it's now September 22nd. And I'm gonna get some work done on here. Gonna go pick up some more 2x6s for the walls for the metal to attach, same way I did it all back here. Now I know I don't have to use 2x6s. I could use 2x4s, 1x6s, but I want it to be fairly heavy duty, so I'm just checking what I'm going to need. Oh, that's so much better. Okay, so 12, I'm just seeing if it's worth buying any 16 or 14 footers. I do not think so. Pretty sure everything should be good. The door openings, I'm going to put a 2x6 up and around. That way there's no ends on the metal where water, I guess, can shoot under. Yes, I will be buying trim. Then I wouldn't need to do that technically, but for mounting the doors, I kind of want that. I can always swap, change stuff later. Well, I think I got enough of a list of what I need right now to go shopping to buy another $1,000+ worth of wood. So another 52 by 6x12s. Hey, my flag's actually somehow stayed on there. I'm surprised. But loaded a few up at the front to keep a little bit of tongue weight. So that worked out pretty good. Otherwise, yeah, it was kind of like no tongue weight. If you look where the axle is, there would have been a little bit, but not enough at all in my opinion. So off the ranch, bought a Rolls Royce, my dream car. Gotta go in and watch a video. Get back to you guys in a bit. Okay, so tractor with a blow-in transmission, and of course I put on another heavy load. So there's 50 of them. I don't know how much they weigh each, but say 1,000 pounds plus the weight of the trailer. So 1,200 pounds minimum right now. And it moved all the 6x6s. So I don't think I'll have any issue with this. The idea is I need them at that end of the building, and now I can just drive around as I need them instead of moving them. So of course Sears has no issue pulling. But lots of work to get done, and again, I have no clue what we're going to get done this weekend. But it's meant to rain tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm going to go order my metal. Might as well do that. Make sure there's no delays. They claim that they could have the metal to me in a few days, but I don't believe them whatsoever. I bet you I'll spin going up here. No front steering. There we go. Oh. So good. But yeah, gotta strap all these down on the walls and go through all the other junk I need to do. Leave myself a little bit of distance, I think. And also probably get the bowlines going. I'm talking about that one there. But this will be easier. I can just back up as I go because I'll need 5, 10, 15, 20 of them on this wall alone. Back wall, I'll probably need about 13, no, not 13, 8, 9 of them. Yeah, I'm going to use all 50 of these. This was $780 right now for 50 of these guys. So, not really the cheapest, but at the same time, that's $14.40 plus tax here, and at one time they were $37 each. Youch. It's not too much water, a little bit, but just had nothing but rain again. And I have to get that ready. Firewood's coming in a day or two. But yesterday we started doing the strapping on the back and got rained out. Went to go move the loader, and recoil was broken. I just forced this down so it doesn't fill up with water. But couldn't even pull the motor, just literally pulled it out slowly. And it was jamming. Oh, spring broke. That's what that noise was. Sounds like the spring's broken anyway. Okay, well that sucks. Battery's shot. So, you know the hissing when I shut this thing off? I'm thinking it might not be the engine. Might be the battery hissing. So, that's why I wanted to start it. But, yeah, it's getting the wood on the back here, 50 foot long. And yes, I'm going over this door because it's not actually going to be a door. Not for a couple years. I'm just going to put one stud in the middle of it. Might leave that cut like that. That'll be my Kool-Aid door, if you know what I mean. Jump through the wall, emergency exit. Make it so it's break through. Only from the inside. Nah, I'm going to bolt it shut. I also got to get wiring ran on the top and bottom of every one of these studs here. This is going to be like an alarm system, wire break error. I got thousands of feet of alarm wire. So I'm going to string it in between the whole way. So basically, anyone wants to cut through the side of the building. It's just a thought that I might be doing. Had to take out the hand planer and make some adjustments on these poles slightly because they were sticking out a little bit far. And other than that, the only other one that's going to need a little bit of adjusting is possibly going to be this guy here. Sticks out too much. You can see by how much right here. I might just leave it, make it stick out more. The problem is I'd have to find something here to shim it because the metal wouldn't sit straight across these two. So if I had some 3/8 plywood, it would be fine, but I don't know. Hopefully get the rest of the strapping on this weekend. Start on some of the rooftop stuff, but not too sure yet. And thought I'd mention this is the hand planer I'm using right here. It's only a little 3 1/4 or 3 1/2, but seems to work pretty good. It's made by Master Crap, and that's what we did a lot of the 6x6s with. But seems to work pretty good.
Put in promo maybe.
No, it's just that bird has been. Looks like a crow. It's black.
It's definitely not a crow.
Yeah. It's been squawking for the last 2 days straight.
Try 2 weeks.
Yeah. It's pretty good zoom for a cell phone. Well, it's a windy ass day, and I'm gonna get a little bit done. We had rain again. The whole weekend, non-stop rain. All we did this weekend was put on those boards on this side, and then we got the other side done, but we still got to do the whole front. Can't believe how straight the walls look now. I do got one little glitch to worry about when I cut my bird beaks, or whatever you call them, bird mouths. It's a little bit higher on that corner. And then we got this side here done, and that's it for the week. 2 sides, like that's pretty pitiful. This looks like it's a little bit lower, but it's just the chipping here that really throws your eyes off. I'm leaving this a little bit 1.5 inches all around because I'm going to put a 2x3. A 2x3 is going to go here. The windows I'm using are the old rough ones from the house. Those guys. So they actually are flush mount screw-on type. So the metal will end with the cap, and then the 2x3, it should work fine. Just can't have the windows inset, otherwise water will get around them. But so the idea is to do this front wall. You see it's stuck or pushing out. Can't really see it, but maybe 1 inch in the middle there, sticking out this way. Super windy today, super windy. Milkweed just going crazy, dust everywhere. But this wall here looks pretty damn straight now, so that's a bonus. Did all the measuring, everything's good, but I don't think I'll film much. I uploaded the last video just I guess it would have been a few days ago working on this, and I had my phone up on tripods. Well, I say tripods, but just sitting on blocks. Had a lot of footage of working, but at the same time, hours and hours of footage, I just didn't bother putting that in because I don't know, it seemed like it was a little too slow paced. I was going to pull time lapse off the cameras, never bothered, running out of time. That's all I could say. Kind of sucks not being able to cross through anywhere. There's not going to be any wall boards on this. This inside here is going to be 1x6 interior wall. I got to put a few studs in here because this isn't being opened. This is going to be sealed off. This is just for when I expand, because I plan to go another 16 feet this way. That's going to be like storage for the tractors and stuff. So I just got to put a 2x6 here, and I'll probably just keep the one. Probably won't even put in a second one, don't need it. Still got all the scaffolding, never even used it yet because the roof isn't going up yet. I still got to go get a bunch of material. I went to go order my metal from a place that manufactures it, and everything was good. It was going to be about 8 grand, 9 grand. And then the very last thing after wasting all the time is, oh, you have to have a forklift to unload it. They do not have a dump trailer that can just dump the metal and drive away. Nope, I had to have a forklift. They would not let me hand bomb it off because of the time that would take. I said about half hour. Nope, wasn't good enough for them. Forklift only. So, and here's the worst thing. I asked them, well, how much does the metal weigh? They couldn't even tell me how much the order would weigh. Just not even a guesstimate. So I calculated it. There's no way, of course, I'm getting that off with the Sears loader. And the other option I could do is pick it up myself, but because they don't have a proper way to load it, is I cannot have a trailer with sides. It has to be a pure flat trailer. Cannot have sides on the trailer. I can remove the sides. The longest panel is only 12 feet, but that put too much negative tongue weight on the truck. So I might have to go through you could say a retail store, my local Rona, to buy the metal from them just to get the delivery service. So now I gotta wait another week or two to get a quote for that, and then I'll find out that the metal's probably not going to be delivered until we got damn snow on the ground. Yep, I should have took care of the metal sooner, but of course the local manufacturing plant, they said within 4 days it's ready. 4 to 5 days, they would have it out within a week. Well, now there's a headache. The other option is I could rent a forklift, rent a tractor, something to get it off the trailer. The other thing I thought about is just get them when they build the skid for underneath the metal, just to put a loop that I can loop it on, hook it to the bumper in my truck, and just get them to drive away. But they don't want to do that because the drop, I guess, it's coming on a bigger trailer or a higher up trailer. So that's kind of bullshit, but okay, well, I guess I'll get going on this. Quit pretending I'm doing all the work myself, is that what you just said? Well, we got the boards all around the building for the metal, and that's pretty much all we got done this weekend. A little bit of cleaning up the yard and stuff. Other than that, yeah, we are behind a couple weeks, I would say, but still not too bad. It just means I'll be putting up metal probably in the snow. Bruh, you know it's getting cold when it is 0 outside. Yeah, it's a little chilly, that's for sure, but just on my way into the city, and a little dark still in the mornings. Oh yeah, a little frosty. Oh yeah, that is definitely frosty. Oh yeah, that is definitely frost. You know it's cold when you got frost. Okay, so back to working in the Horde today. Working on for the last few days, getting the metal on order. And I think I should have ordered the metal a month ago, because no matter who I talk to, it takes a week or more to get a freaking quote. Like, there's a local manufacturing plant that makes the metal, right? They make it. I could have it ready within 3 days. The problem is I got to have a forklift here to get it off, because they do not have a low or a roller trailer, or dump trailer, I guess. And they don't want it hand bombed off their trailer. because of that trailer is like a semi-truck height, I guess. But so now I'm going through my local McMum and Yates, my local Rona, because they could both order from the same company. Well, Rona will. The other company orders from Westman or something for the steel. The problem is trying to get it in time before winter. Yes. It seems like it might end up taking an additional month or two to get it, which is kind of shitty. When if I had a forklift or even a tractor with forks, I could order it. The problem is they won't tell me how much it weighs, so that kind of screws me up a little bit. Gotta get this old light tower going again. Oh, maybe not. Do you guys see the water in there? That might just screw up that plan. Yeah, that's not good. I guess note to self, don't let them sit like this. Make sure they're always sitting, aiming where the water doesn't go in, hey? Well, I guess it's a good thing I just went and spent a little bit of money and bought a brand new one that's rechargeable. That kind of sucks because now it's getting dark early too, so now I got 3 hours of work I could do in the dark before I don't make any time or noise. This thing is bone dry on fuel, but I want to pull out the trailer. Yeah, I'm gonna say that's enough, but so much to get done again and not enough time. I'm also ordering enough metal that I could possibly get this done in metal. The other option, I was going to rip down that shed, but right now it's full of firewood. Just got a bunch of firewood. I'm going to fire this guy up for now. Let her idle for a few seconds, maybe run out of fuel. My whole ignition is loose. Run for a bit. But just finishing clearing up the wood here. There's a little bit of oak left right there. I got poplar, 2 cords of poplar, cord of oak. My drill gun sitting outside in the rain. And this is all oak in here. But gotta drag all this shit inside because it can't stay out here no more. Cement's inside, all the tools are going inside. What a hassle. Okay, well this guy here puked all its oil out and it's full of water. Battery is dead. I don't know if it's a charging circuit, but I got to do something with this. Recoil broke. This was last week already. Hasn't run now in what, 3 months? No, 2 months. Well, we didn't start it the entire time we put up all this wood, did we?
No. Last time we used it was to dig out that
the gravel
concrete out of the ground. The post.
The post, yeah. Well, I gotta hold the phone. We'll see what we can do. Battery's clearly dead. I know I could boost it. Went in a little bit. Ooh. I got 6 inches of rope. That's not even 6 inches. Did you catch that? That literally, like that much rope and it went. I just gotta move it. Yeah. Oh yeah, she leaked everything out. Is that going to catch the recoil rope and break it? No? Okay. I got the exhaust aiming down. Oh, I'm lucky that didn't go back into the... I'm always afraid the shit out of ropes when they're stuck out. I had a few of them catch. And when they catch, they just whip like crazy and snap. Oh, is it going back in slowly? I think I'll just leave it like that. I actually can't believe it started up with like literally like not even 6 inches of rope. Well, I did turn it over and primed it a bit, so. Okay, well, I can finally park this guy for the winter. That's good. Well, I think that's where I'm going to leave it for the winter. Just pushed her back into there. Reverse is blowing. Well, the whole transmission's pretty blowing, but yeah, I think I'll let her sit there for the winter. Maybe I'll take out that battery, see if I can do anything with it, but whew. Well, I think we got the metal sorted out, and if you're wondering what colors I'm going and how we guessed them, well, I mean, it's kind of what I always wear, you could say. So, yeah. It's going to be pretty good. So we're going, for the walls, this is going to be the roof and all the trim. Should work out pretty good. Can't really see much anymore of this guy. But just picked this up. It's actually bounced onto a tripod, which is sitting in there. But she's pretty bright. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to have any problem working out here. Lights up the entire work area, like absolutely perfect. Holy. Reason why I got that guy. Oh yeah, I can literally work anywhere with that light. Ooh, she is bright. So that was made by Molded Master, Canadian Tire. Regular $280 on sale for what was it, like 70 bucks? Wow. Yeah, definitely not going to have any issue whatsoever. The idea is this is going to light up this area. I'm going to strap it to the wall. Gives me plenty of light to work in here. And these guys, fully adjustable. Put them backwards, sideways, up and down, pretty much anywhere I need. That is cool. Like literally, I got light every direction. Even behind me I got light. Because if I, that's pretty cool. And again, they claim, I think they said like 4 hours runtime on high. And USB charging. Has a USB output. That is pretty freaking cool. And one thing that's also neat, I can do it one hand, these guys come off. So this is just one of these. So that's with nothing. I'm getting a little bit of light from that guy. But just one of these guys right here has a 3-hour runtime. Hell, just one of them is enough I could work out here. Well, look at that, hey? Again, that's without it. Okay, you can see the bottom. It has a hook that you can hang it. Folds up. This here's the tripod. Nice aluminum heavy-duty tripod. Very coarse threads, so it's not a standard threads, but screws on nice and easy. Wow, camera just dims right out. And just thought I'd show a little shot of the back of it here. It's pretty cool. These here can endlessly spin, aim pretty much any degree you want, including backwards. Pretty sweet. And if anyone cares, that's the box she came in. If anyone wants to look at that or read any of that. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Well, there goes a fair bit of coin. Ordered my metal and picked up a little bit more wood. Got some 2x8x16s. Yeah, trailer held it pretty good. I was worried it would be a little too long, but that's fine. I think one of them started to slide out, maybe, but it's pretty balanced. But that's not too bad. Okay, So these here are going to be my center beam that runs the 50-foot length of the building. So I guess this weekend I'm going to set up the scaffolding, start putting my perches up here, there, and a temporary center one right there. It'll be changed to a permanent one later, but should be fun. Well, back out here playing. I was just playing with the scaffolding a bit. Sun's right in the camera view, but did this temporary. Those are 2x10s, and got them braced up where they just sit kind of loose in between like that. What I'm going to do now is have a 2x4 that can rotate, like turn side to side like this to kind of lock it, one big bolt or screw. I don't think I'll need to lock them, but at the same time, when I'm climbing up and in, when I stand on this, I don't need the other side flopping up, but might be good enough. I don't know how well that's going to show up, but I got a peak's going to be 12 feet to the bottom of it. You can't really see what I did there. It's not screwed in 100%, but I got it notched out, metal brackets in there. And got that bracket back there. Everything's 100% level in every direction. 6x6 beam. So turning a non-load bearing wall into a load bearing wall in a way. Got to put a few more screws up there. But then a 2x8 will spring across to right here. I'm going to do another one right there. But before I do that one, I'm actually going to do the far corner or end wall. And then I'll pull a string in between them because the cement could be a different height. So I might have to do a little bit of tweaking. But if I put 60 pounds of tension on that, it should work pretty good to adjust everything. Well, that's where I got for today. It was a little bit of a busy day. I got the metal on order now. Got the deposit on that. It's over 10 grand for the metal, by the way. 10,000 Canadian. But that's still not too bad. We got one screw hanging out the side of this. When you bring the drill, I'll fix that. But yeah, that's what's going to hold our beams. Got these all pinned in here. 3 good screws. Again, that's just temporary to help us line them up, stop it from falling off. I think it'll work good. I am going to probably strap this later with something different. Those plates are doubled on there too. That one has 4 screws and these are doubled up. So I think that'll hold them temporary. We'll see. And this one I notched the corners just so nothing sticks out past the roof line. I should have did that. I was thinking on the other one, but we'll see. Oh, we didn't get much done. Got that other one up there. You probably can't see it, but there's a string line in between. You see the string? Kind of, hey? Now the reason why I put the string is I want to double check my measurements here. Make sure the ground's not off by that much. Because then the roof would be crooked. I got the strings tied the very tops there. Like that. Looks like that board is longer, the one going up and down, but it's not any longer. So start building this one, but I think I'm going to get a 3-foot set of scaffolding. Because for this one here, I either have to set them up at the very top, but I don't want to do that because then I don't have any guardrails or anything, and then that's more to climb. I gotta look. So I got this here. Yeah, I think I might go pick up something in between a 3-foot, because then I got the bottoms that I can. All I'd be moving is the 3-foot section side to side. Because right now this whole system would have to come down, be moved into there. If I have 1 5x10 on each side, I'm just moving the top section. I think that's going to be a lot easier to work with. So kind of thinking that's what I'm going to do. Not too sure yet. Well, what a shit show getting these. I know those aren't the right poles, but I think I can make them work. They're a lot thicker. I think these are probably from a guardrail, I would think. But they're a little bit shorter than the standard ones, but I needed a 2x10 models. But Might be able to make those work. They're not bolted together in an X pattern. Also picked up a pack of 100 hurricane ties. I only needed like 60 at the most, but meh. Okay, well, I don't know if I'll make this work, but we'll see. Well, like I thought, my local Penner store doesn't know what they're talking about. But at the same time, in my opinion, they're guardrails. They're not the right poles. So they do fit at 10-foot length across like that, which technically kind of makes it a guardrail. Fine, I guess. Use these on the 3-foot section. I mean, it's not that tall. I don't think I need the X pattern, but I'm thinking I could just squish one of these, drill a hole, and they'll be a multi-set, right? Squish them here, drill them, then they'll fit both. Would they be as strong? Probably not, but I'm thinking that will probably work. It's all they had, so I guess I'll start ripping this apart and modifying it. It's not going to show up on camera, but when I was taking this apart, I always thought it was like the trains, but that's making a freaking crazy ass sound. Because if I hold my hand on the pole, I could stop it, but it's not going to do it now. It's only in strong wind. It's like woo 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 woo. It's a pretty interesting sound. I don't know how the hell I'm going to get those beams up there. I really have no clue yet. Oh, there's a noise starting again. That's crazy sound. It's not even showing up on the camera. Ah, it stopped. It already stopped.
Shit's boring now.
Yeah. Well, that's how we have the scaffolding set up temporary. I don't know if I trust the double 2x10 yet, so I'm probably going to put a sticker down to the ground. But I don't like not having guardrails, so I might just get a post at least to put in there. Drop it down 6 inches. I don't know yet. Okay, well, this beam here, I just need a few more screws in it. So all the way down to the bottom. I do got to trim a few spots where it's close to the concrete. I got to put in some more screws, but it's pretty lined up with the string. The height above this, it is absolutely perfect. It's level. Double 2x6 on each side. And now the fun part is I got to get a 50-foot beam across here, double 2x8. See, the original idea was I was going to put a pad here and a pad there out from these and a post. But we're going to try to span it without those poles temporary because the roof will hold itself up after. But at the same time, again, where those poles are and that pole, meant to be a cement pad, and freestanding poles. The problem is there's nothing to mount the pole to hold that up yet. So the poles will most likely still go in place, but I need to build the roof first before I do that. What I'll probably maybe end up doing is just a sidewalk block and a temporary prop or something if I need it. But other than that, here's the material here. Those are 16 footers, so I'm going to join 2 of them on end, give me 32 feet, and then 8-foot overlap on each side from another one. That's going to go from here to there. It'll give me 12 feet that way, and it's going to be fun, especially with no way to properly lift that. Might have to actually use the loader and bolt a 2x6 or 2x8 to the end of the bucket so I can lift. I really don't know yet, but I can tell you one thing, it's going to suck. Almost got half to the beam here. That's 32 feet. Got lots of screws to put in. Then I got to flip it over. Think I'm going to use a metal rafter tie plate, I guess you could say. No, not a rafter tie, but one of those plates there with some screws through it to hold it. Same thing I got up there, and then what we're going to do is we're going to lift it up on the flat surface here. It'll pivot, lift it across the scaffolding. I'll go up there, clip it in, then I'll move the scaffolding, clip it in up there. This guy's looking a little bit angry, but I don't know. I'm sure there's going to be a pretty good sag in the middle here. We'll see. Right now, that's pretty straight. And one thing I should mention, I'm going to flip it over to the other side, and I'm going to draw my 2 foot on center marks across it. Make it a lot easier to put up the the rafters after. Well, I just threw that board up there and literally threw it up using leverage, and that's the line that it's meant to stop at, but it has to be up there. That's a pretty good throw. That was heavy. I just lifted the one corner up. That's 32 feet long, and it is sagging a bit, but it's only sagging because it's not facing the right direction. But whew, got all my marks on there, the 2 foot on centers. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get it up onto that end. I'm going to tie a rope on here so someone can pull on the rope, which will use the leverage to make it lighter for me to lift it up there. Then I'm going to put it up there. I don't know if I should screw it in, but I think I will screw it in. What do you mean, no?
No, we should leave it until we get this one in place.
Yeah, but if I put this one in place and it falls there, it could knock me off the ladder.
Well, don't do that.
I'll put one screw in here. Or maybe I'll ratchet strap around it.
Yeah, just strap it.
Because I got to make sure it fits tight. Kind of wish I had my GoPro or a camera on doing this. I knew the shears would come in handy for something. Got it set up there where it can't slide, can't fall over. Now I got the honors going up there. Knock it into place. It's not going to be perfectly to the end. I already know that because we can't do that till it's up on that side. But I'll have enough to put a screw in it for now. Well, it's up there. It's sitting across. And you know how I did it? Do you see that little block right there? Right there? I cut it to fit over the double beam. I had to slide it from the single beam up on an angle, and I slowly slid it as it lifted the board. Getting from the single to the double was a little tricky, but I filed the board so it notches it, and then that beam, standard 2x12, which I just blocked up right there. Right now it's just screwed into place, and I was able to drop it perfectly in there. Now you guys see that little pink line up there? I got to move the walls in about a 1/4 inch only. Huh. Anyone want to play, what's the name of that game? Hangman? Or no? Wait a minute. That would be an awesome spot to hang a deer this year. That looks pretty straight. Oh. Oh yeah, you're behind me. Whoops.
You're so rude. I gotta stick a plug in.
Just starting to set up the scaffolding here because I had the wrong poles. I should say what I had to do. Drilling other holes. Now they fit on both sides, so works out pretty good. And on these guys here, I just put it up there just in case. But my cheap bolts just to hold it together. They don't have to be tight, but it works pretty good. More work to do. Well, that's where I'm going to leave it for today. I'm pretty sure that's going to stay up there. Again, some people use 1x6s or a single 2x6 up there. I just preferred to go and double 2x8 up there. Again, a little bit tricky, but I'm pretty sure everything's going to be solid here. I can't see that ever letting go. That's 5 2x6s holding that up. 5 of them there, 5 of them at the end. Still needs a little bit more joining, but pretty sure everything is going to be good. That's where I'm going to leave it for today. Well, I went and did it. Spent another over $1,000 on these. Yeah, they're so dirty. The plywood kind of looks like it's been sitting outside for a while, but maybe it's done like that on purpose. 4 more of these guys. And in the corner there, I also got some guardrails. Well, the brackets, I already got the material for them, but yeah, I just decided if I'm going to try to rush and get it done, that I should maybe not have these guys. So the idea is these ones are going to go on this section, because I just bought more guardrails. So now I'll have an 8-foot section and I'll have a 5-foot section, or I can have technically a 10-foot section and a 3-foot section. So it gives me a little bit of more, you know, adjustability. And got word that my metal technically could be ready as soon as tomorrow to be dropped off, which is no good because I'm nowhere near ready. And yeah, it's kind of weird. They were telling me before originally over a month, and now all of a sudden within a few, like not even a week. I almost forgot to mention, we had snow this morning. Just a few little flurries. It was -3 last night. Crazy winds. But yeah, that was kind of shitty. I do not have enough wood left, so that's all I got left in here. Definitely need to go pick up some more 2x6x12s. I need to get some that are in a little bit better shape for the rafters. And hopefully this weekend I could put up the next portion of that pole across the center. Yeah, quite a bit of work. Just wish I had more time. So these guys here, not much more money. I could have got ones that had an anti-slip grip, because the standard plywood here is probably not very anti-slip. Problem is, it would have been an extra $200 and something shipping, because they're not free shipping. So, but yeah, you guys can see this. Look at the shape of this plywood. You guys see that? For something bought brand new, that plywood looks like it's been sitting outside for well over a couple years. That kind of sucks, but it should be okay. Well, maybe I should have looked a little bit better when I got these. The plywood, I guess, isn't all that bad, but this one here took a hell of a drop at one time. Look at this. See the flat spot on there? Look at that. The whole thing is just bent to shit. The whole platform. You can see the lock right there is bent to shit. Damn it. Oh yeah, so this one's no good. It's physically cracked. Are you kidding me? That one's physically cracked. Well, I decided I'm going to go drive the 70 miles to go return that one piece that was broken. Yeah. Isn't that kind of bullshit? I mean, I wasn't expecting it. I would have looked at it if I would have been expecting, but there was other stuff we forgot when we were in town. There's another garage going up behind me. Right there. That one's going up pretty quick, but it sounds like a few people working on it. But yeah, that's not too bad. That's a guy that I've met a few times. Looks interesting, his build. I'll have to check that out later. But I got these guys. Look how rusty this stuff is. Look at the feathers on it. Do you see the feathers? It's like this stuff sat in a barn. You know, I don't really care. It's going to get rusty. I'm not going to be storing it inside. So I thought. Then I thought of something, that in the corner of the garage, there's actually room to leave it fully set up, because then I could technically store stuff on it. But I just, right there, she's cracked. You guys see that crack right there? And it starts cracking on the other side. It's all buckled out. One thing I noticed about these here, watch when I pick up the one side. See how much flex there is in that? Like, yeah. The plywood actually feels a little soft, but at the same time, oh, did I just crack that one? No, okay. Okay, no, that's solid enough. It just felt like it almost cracked when I stepped on the corner there, but I don't think you're meant to step there anyway. Because of the shape of the plywood, that one is definitely, yeah, this feels a little soft there. I wonder if I can talk them into cutting me 3 more pieces of plywood at the same price. Like, I paid $1,000, $1,000 for 3 of these. Yeah, just those, like $1,000 Like 300 and something each. That's crazy. Well, yeah, thinking I could still use them later, because this isn't the only building I plan to build. But I'm into the scaffolding for $3,000, you can almost say. That's including this section here, the other pipes over there. That's crazy. Almost 3,000, I guess, not quite. Well, there goes 2 hours, 2.5 hours. Just got back and there's like 15 chickens that just went flying from right here. Did you put any food down for them? No?
Nope. Well, they can eat whatever they want.
I mean,
There, so.
I didn't see.
In that back bush area.
I think they took off that way.
Well, I just seen them flitting around the fence line here.
Oh.
Oh, there they go. There's one of them. Probably a couple more in there.
Yeah. Chickens are normally pretty chicken, but at the same time during hunting season, they're pretty easy to get. I mean, you could throw a rock at half of them. I take it you gave up on the pool, hey?
Yeah.
So that means
it hasn't stopped raining.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to dry it out.
Okay, yeah, they're gone. They're too chicken. Okay.
Tell them how I got you $500 back.
$477 we got for credit. We replaced the one scaffolding, and they also gave us 2 sheets of plywood for free. So that's a pretty good deal. So 2 sheets of plywood. This one here, the wood's good on it at least. Well, fairly good anyway. But yeah, got 2 sheets of plywood. This plywood is way thicker. The plywood's thicker than what's on it. Well, might be a better 5/8. Yeah, this isn't 5/8. Still 3 layers. Is it maybe? It shrunk. Bet you 5/8 will fit in there. But we got 2 sheets of plywood. It's not 10-foot plywood. It's only 8 foot. But not too big of a deal. And they gave us $477 back. I mean, we didn't actually complain that much, besides the fact that, you know, some stuff was pretty rusty, and the plywood, I was just hoping maybe to get spare plywood, but, you know, it's stuff like this here. But then they were saying that some of this stuff was in their, maybe we got rental stuff, but no, actually this one has been used. Right there, yeah, it's been used at least once. This one here has been, yeah, if you look there, he's right. The stuff that we got might have been from the rental pile. Huh. I mean, it's not too big of a deal, but I'm still happy with that. Getting like $500 back on the credit. But yeah, the plywood's definitely stained on this piece, and I mean, I don't think I'll change it yet, but I'm going to lay the plywood on top of them, I think. But that's Penner's in Steinbach. Can't go wrong with that. The manager, Tim, was awesome, and I was not expecting any money back. What I was expecting maybe was a sheet of plywood. Or a couple sheets, maybe, just to change the plywood on them. But it's actually, this one here is pretty good. It looks way better than the other ones, but it's still pretty stained up. But, it's cold today. It's only like +2 outside. I'm going to go hibernate for a bit. Well...
Look, it's bigger than yours.
Well, it's that time of the year where we finally have to start it. It went down to -4 last night, layer of ice on everything, and yeah, time to start up the old wood stove. And for anyone that cares, we haven't touched it since the day we put the concrete on it. That is still the same way. But yeah, it's gonna warm her up in here a bit. And that smoke stuff, that's just vape. What is this?
That's peppers.
Again, you're growing fresh peppers in the middle of the winter.
Well, yeah.
And I noticed we got some wobbliness happening there. Can you guys see that on the camera? I don't know about that. But up on the scaffolding, have my kind of guardrails set up, ladder right there. A little bit windy today. These still have a little bit of motion on them, but I mean, it's definitely a lot better. I could have got the 5-foot extensions for this side to block them off, but to be honest, I think I'm just going to change that a bit. Now, why are my heights different? Oh, they zigzag. huh, one is higher than the other one. Yeah, they crisscross the brackets. I guess that's to make it stronger. But got them clamped on, and quite a bit more to do. But I got to measure that board. We got the measurement to here, right to here. We need to do the next measurement because we failed to measure if this is 8.25 feet or what. But it's a pretty good view up here. But yeah, I think we'll be able to fix that by doing our rafters. We'll see. Okay, so the fun part now is about to begin. I gotta get this beam up there. You can see I gotta attach it there and get it up onto there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this board right here with that little hook I made on it. It's going to hook in about right here. That's my stop. I'll lift it into place, and then after it's just going to sit there, and then I'll kind of prop that into place and see what happens. Yeah, it's going to be a little interesting. Whew. That's a little sketchy, but we're able to walk that guy up there nicely. And just putting another screw right there just to stop it from ever kicking out. My little holder there is screwed to the board, 2 3.5-inch screws. Yes, they are. They're in the box on the tarp. And then I gotta go hook that up. I got a kickstand there to lift it up and line it up, and we'll see what happens. Quite a bit of work. Sure enough, one plate I'm missing. I thought I bought 50 of them, but I'm looking for those metal plates there. Yeah, that's a 50-foot beam, and believe it or not, she actually looks a little straight. I'm actually very surprised. Well, I don't do well on heights, but I think that looks pretty good. I know the camera right now is an ultra wide, so it might look a little bowy in the middle, but I purposely propped that a little bit higher there, knowing it's going to sag down in, not much time. Still got to screw this side on, but I got my little jack there. If I need to raise it up and adjust it, just give that a little bit of a lift right there on leverage, adjust it accordingly. So I got to move everything, go put some screws up there, take off my bracket, and it's getting a little windy outside, but everything looks good. Okay, I'm gonna go take a little bit of a break. I don't know what we'll get done this weekend, but I'd like to at least get the corner rafters up on each corner, the middle. It's going to take a little bit of time because I got to design them, play, decide what our overlap is. Probably wreck a few of them, but yeah, I'm definitely going to go hibernate for a couple hours. Well, didn't get much done today. Firewood's all nicely stacked, but went to pick up some more 2x6x12s, and I got the saw all screwed down in place, so it's just covered up. And playing around with my angles here. This is just a temporary one that we're playing with the different angles, but that's what we're going to go with for the bird's mouth, I guess you could call it. This was our test sample, you could say. So being plywood, it was easy to just, modify. And then for the end, we still got to cut that guy. Cut that down, decide on the overhang and length of metal. I got to make sure everything's going to match, but I'm just coming out here to put away some stuff. But everything so far is looking good. Hopefully tomorrow we'll get up. I'm going double rafter here, double there, double on every spot that is a wall. And I'll be doubling them up right here. Everywhere it is a pole, they're going to get doubled. Besides, I guess, right there, it doesn't need it. But at that pole, I'll be doubling them. Poles at the doors there, I'll be doubling them up there. A little bit chilly. Yesterday we had ice, but yeah. So far, it's going to be pretty good. That beam's a little bit thick, so it's going to be a little bit tricky, I think, to straighten up everything. We are about a 3/4 of an inch different from side to side. But I think we can just work with that still. Just won't cut all my rafters all at once. Cut a few of them at a time maybe. Put them up there, keep one as a template, and adjust accordingly. But yeah, lots to get done. Just do that on my video. We got a pretty good rainstorm last night. Sure glad that I taped off the saw. Yeah, everything's pretty wet. Yeah, it got pretty wet outside last night. Everything's a little soggy. Okay, well, the first two are up. I got this side here, I want to get a couple more screws going this way, but I got 6-inch lags from the top, from the side. Same with this side. This side I went to overkill because I could only get one hurricane strapping there. They are doubled. I will figure out something over there, but I got the secondary scaffolding set up here. I decided to put a board underneath it to join them together so they can't pop off. And wow, does that make it so much more sturdy. I swear that is more sturdy than walking up on there. But all I got to do technically is strap this to the wall. But now my top guardrail has to come down. I don't really need that top one anyway, but it's still kind of nice to hang on to. And we can start cutting and doing our thing. The bird mouth, I cut this one in place using the oscillating tool and my little template. This one we cut on the ground and with a tape measure, and to be honest, I think we're going to cut them all up in place. So I'm going to put them all without that. I'll move the scaffolding and I'll go trim each one of them after. I really think that's definitely the best way to do that. Because I'm also somewhat chewing out the bottom of my strapping material there too. So it should work out pretty good. This side's not screwed in place yet, but that side is screwed solid. This side I'll do later once we move the scaffolding, but of course we'll get this row done first, or maybe all the way to the end. Oh, the guy at the corner of the street driving his old putt-putt. And it sounds like it. Yep. It's awesome. Oh, just playing around trying to notch out my bird beaks, bird mouths. Yeah, it's a little bit tricky. I'm going to say some of them aren't going to be perfect, but pretty sure I'm going to figure it out. I also got these plates here. Hey, go away, bug. These plates are going to go. Woo! Ooh, actually, I wonder if I could put them like that. Probably not, hey? I think they're going to go up like that. One on the inside. I got 100 of them, so I also have enough that I'm thinking that it might be better to put them on the outside here. But then that's not going into the double top plate, but it is going into this material, so I don't really know what would be better. I'm also putting in 6-inch screws straight down. Actually a little bit longer than 6-inch, so I don't know. But just trying to get it where I don't have a huge amount of clearance in between this. That is the main issue I'm having right now. Like that guy there, you can see it's pretty shitty, but the other one on the other side's decent. My original notch that I was using kind of as a template, but as you can see, I'm actually having to take out a fair bit more than that. So, I'll learn it. Got the tools there, and I'll figure it out. Might just take some more time and noise. Well, I found myself working up here at night. This Motor Master light, got a fire going in the background there. And yeah, it's not too bad. But got this light going here. Makes it so nice for working up here, that's for sure. And of course, also got that guy, but yeah, it's going pretty good. Got to get this done as soon as possible. Running out of warm weather, you could say. Well, it's time to come out and work. The sun is almost on my face. Those guys up there, I'm using double hurricane ties. I'm still thinking what I want to do up on there. If I want to put any kind of brackets. I do got a chain pulling the building slightly to hold it where it needs to go. I guess that's working pretty good. I do got a gap I got to fix up there. I'm not sure if that's going to show up. You can see there's a little bit of a gap, but I think I'll fix that. I only had one screw in when I mounted all those. So those aren't actually screwed in place yet. The GRKs should pull them in nicely. But The idea is to finish the rest of this today, and I don't think I'll have time to put on any of the purlins. The problem that I'm running into is quality of wood. Yeah, because they're being used for rafters. Like, look at some of these. This whole stack here is good for purlins, but not for rafters. Those last ones I got to go through. And then I do got some more in here that I've been going through slowly. That whole stack right there. So this stack right here are the ones that I'm not going to be using. These here I still got to go through, not counting the 2x8 up there. I might have to stop being so damn picky. But at the same time, if I would have been using 2x8s up there, I wouldn't be as worried. But the inspector says 2x6s are fine. I would have preferred to spend the extra $500 it would have been only. So, but we'll see. Right now, like I was saying, the wall's pulled in a little bit more than it needs to be. Expecting it to bounce back out a little bit. Okay. Get back to you guys after I get some stuff done. Okay, so those are all secured. Now, double hurricane ties on the outside. Now, before I move the scaffolding, I gotta take down the guardrails because, I mean, they're stuck in between. We did a little bit of pulling. The gaps are all nice and closed up there. I know there's the sun in the background there. I gotta decide now to continue doing this across, or do I put in my cross braces right now while the scaffolding's still in place? To be honest, I don't know where I'm going to put my cross. Oh, frickin' sun. Okay, try this way. So the cross bracing, I'll just show you like this here. I'm planning to go probably from about right there across all the way, but I might do that after I'm done putting up all the rafters. I think that will end up being the best way to do it. The actual overall height of this is going to be like a 4.8 by 12, I guess you could say. So it's kind of untraditional, but it's because that's, I guess, what we decided to go with. So I guess now I got to start taking down the guardrails on the scaffolding and pull it to the next level. And the problem is, like I said, I still got to go through all the boards there and see if I even have enough that are in decent shape. I also noticed this pole right here is a little wonky. You won't see it from here, but right there, this here has to be pushed over a little bit. So I should be able to do that with the rafters, but being a double beam, it's kind of hard to say. When I do push it over, it's actually going to push the wall behind me out a bit, which, to be honest, it has to be pushed out about a 1/4 inch at the top. So that should work out pretty good. But so far, everything wall-wise is pretty decent. This wall here is actually leaning in slightly. But I mean, it's not too big of a deal. I don't think I'll ever get anything perfect until I'm ready to put up the metal. Then what I'll do is probably park my truck there, double check both sides, see if the whole thing has to be pulled, and figure it out from there. Well, at least I got a little bit of shade from the sun, and no, I'm not sleeping on the job. These are double beams, just putting them up and just waiting for someone to get back because yeah, I need screws and I'm too lazy to climb down. Hey, where you go? Got him for a second. Well, that's what I got done for today. On my way to go cut some grass. Last time of cutting for the year. So needs a lot more bracing, that's for sure. But and it's last time for the year. I can't believe this thing, like all year, has been running awesome. Besides, you know, needing general squeaks and tune-ups and stuff, but has been running awesome. Starts right up, as long as I have more than a quarter tank. If I have less than a quarter tank, I got to kind of blow in it to prime it. It's kind of a common thing, but yeah, she did good. Just cut all the grass. Decided might as well do that now. We're meant to get snow again next weekend, but yeah, I have double rafter tie or hurricane ties on those. At the top, I have a lot more plans for bracing and stuff. I'm not going like a vaulted ceiling, of course. That's not very strong. But still got this section to do. Of course, the whole garage section to do. And so much more. But there's only so much we can do in a weekend. I think what I got done this weekend was pretty good. All this is cut. Whole yard's cut. But yeah, looking pretty good. I give it another, next weekend we'll probably get these rafters up and all those ones done. And technically I'm starting hunting, so I'm going to be kind of slowing down a little bit for that, but still got to bring that guy in. Was going to leave it out here, but decided not to. So much like work. Well, that kind of sucks. Yeah. You guys see what I see? That is snow. That is snow. And it's meant to snow all weekend. So that's gonna suck. Yeah. Well, it's not looking like the snow is going to, you know, stop. It's actually meant to switch to rain. But, you know, if it wasn't for having to work on the scaffolding or having used the saw, which I ended up leaving outside, I probably would be working. But, man, I hate heights and I don't like ice or snow. I'm thinking I might take the leaf blower and go blow off that stuff so it dries quicker, but yeah, that kind of sucks. So, I don't know yet. It's meant to change to rain in about 2 hours, but the problem is all weekend, it's meant to be shitty weather. That just royally sucks. Well, I went and picked up a set of wheels for the scaffolding, but yeah, damn near an inch of snow. That kind of sucks. Well, I guess I got to deal with that, but I don't want to be going up on the scaffolding, putting up rafters and that. What I should be doing today is going through the tractors, removing the mower deck, because I cut the grass the other day. Should be the last time. I got to technically wash it off. This guy here has flat tires. No, it's not flat. Oh, this one's flat. No, what the hell? They look flat. Maybe they're just that stiff. But I got to go through all this stuff, clean all this stuff across the ground. This snow should all be gone. I had the inspector here yesterday, and everything, of course, is perfectly fine. And the way he wants rafters is all he wants is at the very peak, about a foot down, a little tiny, like, what's that going to be, a 6-inch board? I don't need any ones at the top of the sill plate, I guess. I could if I want to, and I probably will put a few of those to stop it from bowing out, but no Bolin's here. I ran that guy out of gas. But I'm kind of thinking that I should move it, start it, and even though this one here technically needs a fair bit of work, the steering skips, the gear's pretty worn out on it, but I'll check the fluid. I know I ran her right out of gas. I'll probably have to boost it, but maybe not. Oh yeah, she's absolutely bone dry in there. I'm gonna pour in some gas. And it hasn't ran since last winter. Yeah, I parked it actually early spring, I guess, here. Or no, maybe it might have been maybe in April that I parked it here. So the battery's probably dead, you could say. But I'm going to get some fuel her up, and see if I need to boost her or not, most likely. Well, I just noticed the metal that I got. They made it all olive green. Damn it. 35 of the 12 footers are meant to be graphite color. This doesn't match the quote. This is just a final invoice. And yeah, you want to know what this metal cost me? Right there's the price of the metal. So $9,580 plus tax. So yeah, that's quite a bit of money. So I'm just saying, like 11,725. No, 10,725. But yeah, that kind of sucks. A little bit pricey, but I think we're going to have to figure out that color issue. That's for sure. This was my local Rona store. There's an ultrasonic cleaner going in the background, but yeah, I think we're getting a little bit of snow, hey? Yeah, that kind of sucks. Hard to really see how much there is there, but I'm going to guess probably about close to 2 inches, I would think, but on those farms. Yeah. Can't really see out the windows. Yeah, we got probably 6 inches of snow, but of course it was all melting as it hit the ground. This is like the 3rd time now doing this on my truck. It built up snow, but yeah, it was melting pretty much as it hit, so it's not too big of a deal. Even this here, we removed the snow 3 times off the Jeep. Look there. That's a good 3 inches on the Jeep. And we already scooped this off twice. Still in recon mode, hey? Brand new battery. And long story short, it sat with the immobilizer on too many times, and brand new battery is toast. No, back in the recon instantly, so the battery is not taking any charge. That's been over 24 hours in recon mode. That should be plenty of time. Huh. Yeah, wow. This is already the 2nd time cleaning off the snow. Yeah, I have a good feeling I'm not going to get much done on it this weekend. Next weekend, all this should be gone by, but yeah. Just put the Bolins on the charger. I need to remove a few batteries here. Not much snow on the actual ground itself because the ground was warm, but yeah, trees sure got it pretty nice. This guy here, I'm going to remove the battery. I don't know if I'll put on the snowblower this year or not. I think I'll just use the 2 Bolins tractors. Still got to decide that, but yeah, quite a bit of snow out here, that's for sure. Today is what is it, October 14th? Yeah, at least some of the wood in there stayed dry. But I'm going to try to get some of the snow off the workbench. I got to be cutting up rafters. You can see in here, believe it or not, which is weird, there's like no snow in here. Figure that one out, hey? How'd that just come from? Off the rafters? Must have. I'm gonna sneak up on the ladder in a few minutes anyway, and start clearing some snow off the scaffolding, so hopefully it could dry off quick. Well, I think I might go get a better jacket first. That's kind of what I'm thinking. But this royally sucks. Gotta say, it's the one easy way to start a fire. A little bit of a flame. Preheat the chimney nicely, get the updraft going. Sure works good. Sure enough, the Chinook, it's hitting again. Yeah, the snow was just starting to disappear. Okay, so as you guys can see, we got a huge storm coming right now. It's meant to start in the next 20 minutes. I got all the rafters cut here, just set up there, ready to go. I got my 2 end double beams there. Got this kind of wedged up, so I got plates with GRK bolts through them. That's up on the concrete, shouldn't go anywhere. And yeah, it's not too bad. I should be able to reach everything easy enough. I got the 2 guardrails down. They'll go back into place when I start. But yeah, I don't know if we'll get anything else done today other than cutting the beams, but my goal for today at least is I want to get this section put up, and then we can start cutting our collar ties. And I'm guessing they'll have to be about 6-7 feet. It'd be nice if they were 6 feet, because then we could just cut a 12-footer in half.
Yeah,
So
that.
well, it's super windy, and yeah, got those guys loosely in the place for now. Still gotta, of course, mount them, but wow, it was just crazy wind when I was up there, and that kind of sucked. But next I gotta start on this side. Now that center beam right up there has to be pulled about 1/2 inch. I could see that, but shouldn't be too big of a deal. Just charging up batteries and going to go take a break. Oh, and if anyone noticed, like, there's no more snow, it's already gone. Well, I don't know if I'm going overkill, but this is how I'm doing it. Rafter tie, hurricane tie on the back side here, and on the front I'm 2 6-inch here, 2 3.5s on each side. Sometimes I've been putting in more, and then I've been putting in the hurricane straps again on the back sides. So lots of screws. But I don't think this will ever blow off, you could say, because right now it is very, very windy up here. Yeah, fun, hey? Well, you can't really see it probably out the window, but yeah, this is just, you see the puppy. Nothing but rain all weekend, and now it's turning to ice. So I'll have to make a load to the dump, get rid of a bunch of junk in the from the yard, and yeah, that sucks. But at least we got up to almost got them up. I still got to screw them at the very top. I just got them all tacked in place. You could say that, like, you just shoved that right up your nose. Shove my pipe right up her nose. Leave it alone. Okay, next weekend we got the purlins being delivered, 16-footers, 75, 50 of them actually. And a bunch of other stuff, cameras in wide angle mode, but it is, oh, that's wide angle mode. It is definitely icy as shit right now, and I don't want to go up on the scaffolding. But lots of yard cleanup. I'm going back out in a few minutes and trying to bring a full load to the dump of garbage around the yard. And other than that, I don't know what else I'll get done, but the bottom of the rafters are all securely strapped in place, so that's a good thing. Well, it's starting to clear up a bit. Snow's starting to melt, kind of. A little bit of snow we just got. Just filling up my tire, was looking underneath my truck. Starting to get a bit of an exhaust leak. The muffler's starting to rot. So that's kind of to be expected. So, I mean, it's over 10 years old. And I always had plans to put on an aftermarket exhaust system on it and a few other things, but of course it was always hard to do when the muffler was still in good shape. So that's a project that I'll do once the garage is done. Just hopefully it doesn't fail during the winter and fall off. I'm gonna put some strapping in the truck just in case, but a little bit of fresh snow. That should all melt pretty soon. It's starting to warm up. I don't know, still icy on the door. That's kind of how I check and see, but yeah, definitely got to do a little bit more work up there. Starting to dry off on everything here at least. Once the trailer is dry, it should be dry up there, I hope, but still a little bit windy, a little bit cold. You can see the icicles dripping down. See the icicles up here? Yeah. Next weekend is meant to be high of plus 15. And today it's like, was minus weather this morning. Oh, well, got to finish covering up some of that stuff. And get the yard a little bit more cleaned up because we're getting the metal delivered on Wednesday next week. So today's Sunday. A lot more cleaning to do. Just got to decide where I want them to put the metal. If it's either right here or up on the grass, it'll kill the grass because it's probably going to sit there all winter. So I got to see. Early morning delivery, metal and some wood. It's a little chilly out this morning, that's for sure. Whew. Sure is a nice warm day. Just getting these guys on. Slowly starting to anyway. It's just 5 foot. They're going wide. But also going to be running a couple 20-foot beams across. And yeah, it's not too bad. But it's a little bit warm and just waiting for someone to bring me some more stuff. Because I'm too lazy to climb down. Oh, I just got him right in the ass. He got away. Okay, it's now the next day. Guess I should really show what we got. I already pulled a couple boards out of here. Oh, mouse trap or squirrel traps are moved. So there's the corner molding in the middle, the top cover, a couple J or whatever you call them ends, and the different packs of metal here. The one that someone cut when they opened or put a scratch on it. So this one's green.
That's a poke, not a cut.
So
And then this is the other color.
the other color is charcoal color.
Graphite.
Graphite charcoal. Same thing. Same as that stuff. And of course we got a 52 by 6 by 16s and a few 20 footers. But today I'm going to be putting up some more of the collar ties at the very top there. That's all the inspector claims that I need is collar ties, and I'm going to put a couple 20 footers across. He said one or the other, but I'm doing both. And then I'm going to start getting, as you guys can see at the very top there, I got one 16 footer up and have to move the scaffolding, but everything's wet right now. It's very foggy this morning. I don't know if it's icy yet, but got lots to get done, that's for sure. You want to be my buddy? He's not afraid. Oh, he's right under this one. I scared the shit out of him. Oh, I was zoomed in that whole time. There he is. Wait, you're not going to go into my shed and eat my birdseed, are you?
Are you trying to...
He just went in the shed. He's going to jump on me when I go in there. Better go wide angle to catch the squirrel attack, hey? Meow. Oh, there he is. Hey, Chippy. Well, he's in the box of Land Cruiser parts. Do you see him up there? That's his butt right in the center of the screen. Oh, he's making a nest up there. Oh, shit. He has a nest up in the Land Cruiser box.
Well, that's not gonna fly.
You'll see that he'll stick his head out here.
Yeah, of course he does. That's where he lives.
Well, I guess maybe he's up on the top of that beam. Teach me for leaving that hole open. You can see the grass up there. Well, note to self, don't hang a deer in there this year. It's nice enough it gets hung right here. That is kind of why that pole.
Deer in there this year. We can hang a deer in here.
Yeah, but I'd rather do it like on the pole right there, but that damn squirrel sneak down and steal a chunk of meat. Whew. It is going slow. That's all I can say. I got 3 purlins up on each side there, and I'm just starting to do the other side and then putting up the collar ties. Collar ties are just made out of the rough lumber that had the marks that I didn't really care for. Of course, all the rafters for this area is cut. But yeah, it's going up not too bad. Definitely slower than I wanted it to. See, I thought today I would have had all that done already and started on putting all these up, but to be honest, I don't really care if I get the roof on this year. I got the metal. Yeah, it would be nice, but at the same time, if I do get the roof on, that means I'm stuck working in it all winter trying to get everything else done. Plenty of other projects to do, and I don't want to kill myself putting on that roof. Maybe I'll find some people to help, but probably not. It's kind of nice to say I did it all myself. Well, there we go. Got some of the purlins on, all the rafter ties up there, all the way across. Of course, we need more purlins. I'll do those with the shorter scaffolding after, but it gives you a little bit of a better idea. Now, got scaffolding set up over here. Man, that takes some time to move it. What does it take, like 45 minutes, Poppy, to move this thing? Yeah, here to, or, oh yeah, he is out. Look, he's up there. Yeah, he's right at the top. He's making a nest inside the shed. Hey, wait, is that even his head?
I think that's his butt.
That's his butt. Give me a stick.
No. Don't poke him on the butt. He's so cute.
I know. He could go right back up from where he is there. I don't want to squish him. I don't think he's moving. I think he's just staying up in there. Oh no, he must have went back in. Oh, it is.
Sticking around for your audacity.
Well, there's just a hole, literally, that's not even sealed anywhere. But he's making his... I know why he's doing it, because the light that goes on all the time in there. The solar.
I'm predator proof.
Oh, it just shut... Oh no, it never shut off. You know, at the same time, this shed here, I was on my feeds like 4 years ago or 3 years ago. Yeah, 4 years.
I know, we built that like so long ago.
And I never even finished it. I just left it. I mean, it seals, it works.
A little bit different quality than that.
Well, not by much, but...
What do we use on that? 2x4s for the most part, and crusty old laminate.
Yeah. Well, this side's already going up pretty quick. Have to notch them all out. Yes, I'm notching them out after, not pre-notching and measuring. Just because, you know, it's a pain in the ass. And yeah, the walls might be a little bit wavy, but so far they're going pretty good. So have a strap there. I got my, if you want to call it a springboard right there. Just putting a little bit of tension on the top there. Making sure everything stays nice and straight. Measuring from one beam to another, and that's as straight as we're going. I'm not building a house, so it doesn't have to be 100% perfect. Oh, I'm sure it is. Well, back to working on her a little bit today, and then tomorrow morning I'm going hunting. Don't know how many days of hunting I'm going to do, but just standard deer hunting. But it's going not bad. I have to cut a couple rafters. Everything so far is pretty straight. But lots of work to get done today and probably all of next week, I guess. Okay, so get ready to put up a few more boards up there, then decide about joining those. I know you're normally meant to scatter them, but I'm not scattering them. I got a wall right there and it's in between, but she's pretty decent. A a shade. I got to get more boards up there. The last one there's a little crooked. One right there, you can kind of see it, but it's not too bad. Got to change around a few of these guys here, the hurricane ties, because I got to put a 20-foot beam in between there, but it's not too bad. Got to frame in the end wall sections, and it's a windy as frig day today, that's for sure. And I don't know what I'll get done, but I'm planning to take off into the city soon. Probably won't be editing this video, but I am starting deer hunting tomorrow morning. Oh, she windy. But it's starting to look like something, that's for sure. I know in between these videos there's probably not a hell of a lot changed, but starting to look a little bit better. Just enjoying a cheap Cuban cigar, because the roof final rafter is almost done. Got to still finish framing in that door right there, because I'm just going metal over it. Same with those end windows for this year. I'm just going to be putting metal over top the windows until I remove them off the house and change the house ones. And it's looking pretty decent. You stand up there, the roof, it's a little bit but it's not that bad really, so it's pretty good. Seeing that is, you got what? Got who? Are you trying to hit a poor chipmunk? I see him running. That might be on camera. Trying to eat the bread. Freaking had a stray cat in the yard eating the bread for the birds. And then there's freaking ground squirrels, rodents. They're going under the house and they're leaving gaps where the heater's underneath the house, so it's going to cost a small fortune. Oh, there he goes. But yeah, that one just ran into the shed.